Hello, history buffs and foodies alike. Have you ever wondered about the origins of fast food? Did you know that ancient Romans had their own version of fast food? Yes, you heard it right. The Romans, known for their architectural marvels and epic tales, also pioneered a fast food culture that bears surprising similarities to our own. Intriguing, isn't it? Let's journey back in time and explore the fascinating world of fast food in the Roman Empire. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of ancient Roman fast food. When we think of ancient Rome, grand feasts may come to mind. However, the reality was quite different, especially for the common people. Unlike the wealthy Romans who dined on exotic meats, honey-sweetened wine and delicate pastries, the average citizen's diet was far more humble. Think grains, vegetables, and the occasional bit of cheese or olives. Meals in ancient Rome were usually simple and pragmatic. The day would start with ientaculum, a light breakfast, followed by prandium, a modest lunch. Dinner or cena was the main meal, and for the common folk, it was often a pot of stew, made from leftovers and whatever ingredients were at hand. Contrary to our modern dining habits, Romans typically ate only 2 meals a day. The wealthy, however, indulged in a 3-part dinner, including starters, main course, and dessert, all while reclining on couches. A stark contrast to the common man's cena, wouldn't you agree? And let's not forget about the beverages. Romans, regardless of their social status, loved their wine. It was a staple of their diet, often diluted with water and sometimes even flavored with honey or spices. So, you see, dining in ancient Rome was not always about grand feasts and extravagant meals. It was about sustenance, community, and yes, a good glass of wine. And speaking of the common people, they had their own version of a quick meal on the go. Enter the thermopolium, the ancient Roman equivalent of a fast food restaurant. Picture a narrow counter, often decorated with vivid frescoes, opening onto a bustling street. Behind the counter, large earthenware jars, or dolia, are embedded into the counter, filled with tantalizing food ready to be served. These counters, or thermopolia, were a common sight in the cities of ancient Rome, particularly in places like Pompeii. You'd find them in busy areas, near the baths, the theater, or the forum where people gathered. They were the go-to spots for those who didn't have the time, the space, or the means to cook at home. And the popularity of these thermopolia was undeniable. In Pompeii alone, there were more than 100 of them. They provided an accessible and affordable way for the common people to enjoy a variety of dishes. So, what might one find on the menu at a thermopolium? Well, it was a far cry from our modern fast food. Staple items included bread soaked in wine, a kind of precursor to our bruschetta. Stews of lentils, vegetables, or meat were also common, as well as baked cheese. But the thermopolia weren't just about the food, they were vibrant social hubs where Romans could catch up on the latest news, gossip, and even political debates. These thermopolia were more than just places to grab a quick bite, they were social hubs. It's fascinating to think that the Romans over 2,000 years ago enjoyed their own version of fast food, isn't it? Much like our modern fast food joints, thermopolia played a significant role in the social life of Romans. These bustling establishments were largely frequented by the lower classes, who often lacked the facilities to cook at home. Day laborers, slaves, and even soldiers on the go would stop by for a quick bite, making thermopolia the heart of the Roman street food scene. In a way, these places functioned not just as eateries but also as social hubs, where people from all walks of life could come together, share a meal, and engage in lively discussions. This communal aspect of dining bears a striking resemblance to the role that cafes and fast food chains play in our society today. However, there were some stark differences as well. For instance, the concept of drive-through, or takeaway, was virtually non-existent in Roman times. Instead, Romans preferred to enjoy their meals leisurely, often while reclining on a couch. Despite these differences, the essence remains the same. Both then and now, fast food serves as a quick, affordable, and convenient dining option, catering to the pace of our busy lives. The popularity of thermopolia reflects the timeless human need for food that is accessible and satisfying. It's a testament to the fact that, no matter the era, we all appreciate a good meal that doesn't keep us waiting. Now that we have a taste of the fast food culture, let's spice things up with some fun facts about Roman cuisine. Are you ready for some deliciously interesting facts about Roman cuisine? Let's dive in. Romans had a flair for the exotic when it came to their food. They loved to incorporate ingredients like peacock tongues, flamingo brains, and even dormice into their dishes. Talk about a wild dinner party. Now let's talk about garum, a fermented fish sauce that was a staple in Roman cooking. It was used as a seasoning in almost everything, from stews to desserts. It was so popular that entire factories were dedicated to its production. As for dining etiquette, Romans enjoyed their food reclined on couches, a practice reserved for the elite. Meals were a social event, often lasting several hours with courses served in a specific order. Famous Roman dishes included the likes of stuffed dormice and honeyed wine. Yes, you heard that right, honeyed wine. These unique elements of Roman cuisine have left a lasting impact on modern cooking. While we may not use garum in our dishes today, some aspects of Roman cuisine have influenced modern Italian cooking. For instance, the Romans' love for olives, grapes, and wheat is mirrored in Italian cuisine, with olive oil, wine, and pasta as cornerstones. The use of fresh, local ingredients, a practice rooted in Roman times, remains a critical aspect of Italian culinary philosophy. Moreover, certain dishes have directly descended from ancient Roman recipes. Take cacio e pepe, a simple yet delicious pasta dish that uses pecorino cheese and black pepper. This dish is remarkably similar to a recipe found in Apicius, one of the world's oldest surviving cookbooks, penned in Rome around the 1st century AD. And let's not forget about pizza. Though its current form was developed in Naples in the 19th century, flatbread topped with various ingredients was a common food in ancient Rome, much like our beloved pizza. Isn't it fascinating how the ancient world continues to influence us today? So, there you have it, a look at the fast food culture of ancient Rome. From the humble thermopolium serving bread soaked in wine to the influence of Roman cuisine on today's Italian cooking, we've journeyed through time and tasted history. It's fascinating to see how our modern fast food culture mirrors some aspects of the Roman Empire. Thank you for joining us on this gastronomic journey through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And do let us know in the comments if you know any fun facts about ancient Rome.